Welcome back, everybody, to the Fighting for Freedom podcast. I just want to say thank you to everybody for all your love and support. You guys have helped this channel grow dramatically. If you could please, at this time, drop us a like, comment, subscribe, share our podcast, turn on those bell notifications, and leave us a rating and good review. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Fighting for freedom, one podcast at a time.
What's up, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to an episode on the pod. Today, I'm joined by a special guest. I got Big Guns Evan in there. How you doing, bro? How you doing?
What's going on, buddy?
Oh,
all right.
Man.
How are you?
I'm chilling, man. Just living life. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Friday night. Cocktails raised and Stanley Cups raised.
You got to stay hydrated.
Hell yeah, man. So what you been up to lately? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Not much going on. As you know, I have a daughter now since the last time we've seen each other.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Married, but I'm going to school now, man. So,
what are you going to school for?
Cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity?
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Yeah.
It took you 45 minutes to figure out the webcam, but you're going to go to school for cyber. Okay, yeah, that makes total sense in my eyes.
Different stuff.
Yeah, there's no Bluetooth in cybersecurity, I guess, huh? Exactly. All right, easy day, man. Well, how's that going, all right?
Yeah, man. I just started this semester, so I'm dipping my toes back in the college field, which is exciting. Terrifying, but exciting.
I bet, especially having a wife and kid at home, it's probably, you're like, yeah. You got to pick the later classes, not the earlier ones like everyone else does.
Yeah.
So, college, did you go before you joined the military, or did you?
So actually, I went after my first time serving.
So there's two times.
Yeah.
All right, you want to let's rewind all the way back. Evan, that's the first name, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know. Where are you from? Born and raised.
From upstate New York.
Oh, all right, everyone. Canada, I think is what he means to say.
No. Upstate.
Brooklyn in the house.
Schenectady. Okay, represent. Even got a Schenectady small business.
Oh, all right. Shout it out. Who is that?
It's my cousin's husband, Nick. He does Beards in Bloom. He's a grower up in New York now, so trying to get a little. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of the extracurricular herbing.
So you said you're from New York?
Schenectady.
Yeah, that's what I said. You didn't hear me? So what's life like over there? Is it like cows and chickens and stuff, or is it like a city?
No, it's a city, man. It's like 15 minutes away from Albany. Like 100,000 people there.
Oh, damn.
It sounds dope until you live there. Definitely not the nicest of places to live, but
I believe it. I guess that kind of translates into why you joined the military, correct?
Yeah, man, I needed to get out of there. And my mom pretty much gave me two choices. She was like, you have to go to college or you're joining the Navy like your brother. And I mean, I already wanted to join because that's my big brother. So
yeah,
that was an easy decision to make. So 2012, man, kicked it in, and got sent to boot camp.
2012 is when you went to boot camp?
2012, yep.
Sheesh. That's when I graduated high school.
Yo, same.
Yeah.
Same, bro.
Yeah. So you went right out of high school. Did you do like ROTC or anything to like prep you for that?
So actually I was a Sea Cadet when I was like in my early teenage years.
Okay. Yeah. I kind of know about that program. My cousin's doing it now and he has like blue camis and everything. And I was like,
yeah,
this is a thing? Like I had no clue.
Oh yeah, bro. I was rocking the old utilities because they had a very small budget, so
Yeah,
we could
yeah. Well, when
get.
you're from New York, I guess the budget's pretty small.
But
So you get to boot camp when? When did you finally go to boot camp?
August 29th of 2012.
Damn. And did you
Yeah.
know what your job was going to be, or did you go in kind of undecided?
No, so actually, it was dope that I had my brother, who was already in. He was a FC, and he was like, "You're probably gonna like this gunner's mate job. It's pretty fun. Like I know a lot of guys that are gunner's mates. Like they enjoy it. And you don't have to be too smart to do it."
Yeah.
So I was like, I looked him up, and I was like, "Yeah, that's what I wanted to do." And hey, I was able to actually get that. Um, yeah, so I knew I was going to be a gunner's mate. I
That's
had no
dope.
idea about the life I was going to have though.
I believe it, and that's one thing I do tell people that want to join the military. I'm like, do your research, right? Like,
Hmm.
yeah, you want to join, that's great. I support you 100%, but for your career, you don't want to invest the next 4 years of your life into something that you're going to kind of regret. So just do a week of research and see what job you actually would want to do that fits your personality and what you're good at. And then kind of
Hmm.
look into that more. Don't just go in there blind and be like, it doesn't work like that. So that
Yeah,
was good. You
definitely.
had your brother, you can rely on
Yeah.
family. That worked too. And I bet you don't regret being a gunner's mate at all.
Oh, not at all, man. Not at all.
No.
That was the best decision I could have made as far as like job wise.
I mean, from what you showed me already, the size of that gun was like a short school bus. So I know you've seen one of those before too, huh?
A couple,
In
man.
New York. Now that's dope,
Well,
man.
hey,
That's dope. I'm glad you were a gunner's mate. I never would have met you, and
I
you would
know,
have never
man.
made me clean my rifle 12 times over again.
Well, they needed to be cleaned properly.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. More CP. Oh shit. All right, so you
Yeah.
go to your A school, right? And then after your A school, they send your ass right to a ship, needs of the Navy, or where do you end up going?
No, so after you graduate boot camp, you go right across the street to Great Mistakes, and we were there. I graduated boot camp November 2nd, and I flew out to San Diego to get my C school in May, I want to say, of
Okay.
2013. So, but you got to go through A school, and then it all depends on your grades. If you're like the top #1 student, you get first pick at orders, or at least that's how it was when I went through. I was about like sixth or seventh on that list. So all the cool like um, Desron, all that stuff, or the Mesron guys and all that stuff was taken up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got to choose the stout. I was going to be a 5-inch tech, which is pretty wild. They were pretty. What's up?
What does that mean exactly?
So 5-inch tech. So if you look at all current destroyers, you'll see that big old cannon on the front of the ship,
Is that the
and that's
diameter is 5 inches?
yeah,
Okay, so that kind of okay, I got you.
yeah, yep. So it shoots a big ass round.
Yeah,
It
I
makes a
believe it.
lot of damn noise, man.
I believe it.
My ears still ring. But
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
but yeah, after we pick orders, they get accepted, and then right after that, we just go and finish our schools and go to the fleet.
And you end up
And
going to a
the
destroyer or some shit.
yeah, destroyer DDG 55 USS Stout. So
Gotcha.
and that's where I met my family pretty much, man. That's one
Really?
thing I will. Yeah, the ship life. It CB's like when we were together, it was cool. It was like friendly, but on the ship, man, you're out there for months with these
Yeah,
people. You're exploring foreign ports with these people, and
I get you.
yeah, you get close with them. And we got extended like 8 times. So what was
It's a
supposed to
lot
be
of
a
steak
six
and
month
lobster.
deployment? Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man,
Yeah.
that deployment was wild. But yeah, like now all the people in my division, were like my family, dude. So that's pretty awesome. So to anybody looking and thinking about the military, if you go down certain paths, you'll make a lot of. Maybe you should just join the Navy or military. You'll make family and friends and shit.
Do you still talk to these people now?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
great. I mean, that is one thing that you couldn't have hit the nail better on the head. You make such a you have your friends in your normal life before you join the military, but
Yeah.
there's that select few that you meet in the military that you say like I'll take a bullet for you, but yet you're in the military, so it couldn't be more realistic if push came to shove. It's wild.
No, honestly, man. Like crazy story about that deployment. We pulled into what was it, Sicily, for a missile swap with another ship because we were actually heading home, and this other ship just got on. So they're all mad that they're on deployment. And one person said something to one person on our ship, and it was almost a full ship versus ship like brawl, dude. Like obviously it got shut down before it even got like close.
Yeah. Like, you guys are not supposed to fight each other. Let's fight them. Let's fight the bad people.
Granted, this was after a night of everyone drinking for the first time, so that kind of sparked it. But it was wild, man. You saw people standing up for each other, and it was like, this is dope.
Yeah, like you said, you got my back. You meant it. All right,
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's
cool. Yeah. So then, your deployments, right? Like, were they pretty easy going for you, or were they like?
I'm pretty certain that's where I got most of my anxiety issues from, because you never knew. Like it's a very strict schedule, kind of like how the bees were.
Yeah.
And once you get cleared, like especially if you're on like a smaller ship, your captain doesn't have as much pull. You get kind of bumped around, and we were out. I mean, so we did a 10-month deployment, then we came back for about a year, and then we were doing not deployments but training missions for a month at a time for 9 months out of 2015. So
you guys are literally to sea constantly.
Yeah, pretty consistently.
Wow.
It's and it sucks because like you can't FaceTime, you can't do anything. You got Facebook. But,
oh yeah, they have like those capabilities.
Yeah, okay. You can do that, but you got to use like the mobile version, so you don't get to see like pictures, and you can't FaceTime or anything. So it's just like Messenger.
Yeah,
that's it. And
I mean, at that point, it's better than nothing,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you do get to save money because you're not spending any.
You guys do make good per diem. Well, is it per diem or is it CPay? What do you?
CPay. So
CPay?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I think I was almost getting ready to max out. I'm not sure though.
Wow. Yeah.
It only takes like 4 or 5 years, man. When you max out on CPay.
Yeah, it's like the more experience you have, the more money you get paid CPay, kind of.
Yeah. The longer you're out to sea, the more money you get to a point.
Well, at that point, I guess you're like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll go. I'll go,
dude. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. So your day to day when you're on a ship, like out to sea, pretty chill, pretty calm.
Yeah, man. It's scheduled. Everything's scheduled, right? Yep. So you get up, you gotta go eat breakfast. You gotta go to quarters. Then you gotta clean for an hour or so, and then you gotta do maintenance. And so I would go up to the gun, do all the maintenance that I needed to there, and then go to the other weapon systems throughout the ship, and help the armory guys out, and if the FCs really needed help, then help them out, and then go to lunch, go back to work, and then dinner, and then if you don't have watch, you can go to bed. You can work out. There's a gym on the ship, which is actually it's okay. It's a gym.
Yeah.
So you can.
I bet when you start hitting those big waves, though, you start going.
So funny story, right?
Shoot,
dude, we were doing. I was doing calf raises on the Smith machine on the ship, and the ship took a nasty roll, and I had like 400 pounds on or something like that, dude. Like, I have nasty calves. I rolled back and I just folded and I like hyperextended my abs, bro.
Your abs?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, dude. Were you
yeah.
like good, like okay after that, or were you like legit hurt?
Like, I had to go to the doc because I was like, doc, like I'm laying down and it feels like my insides are next to me.
Yeah,
Like I know I got a little of a gut, but
yeah,
I feel like I did something bad. And she was like,
yeah.
yeah, you did.
Who the fuck is driving the boat right now?
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy some nights.
Shit.
And it's always at night too. You
Yeah,
start getting like the bad seas.
what, damn. So if you have like bad seas like that, and there's a lot of rolling going on, people falling out of racks, or is there ways to prevent that?
Yeah. So they actually have hurricane straps, which is literally just canvas straps that two of them that hook, and hopefully
And what if you forget?
Oh, then yeah, you're done skis. You're falling out.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
What? Wow. People actually remember to put the straps on.
Oh yeah, because some people have fallen, and they're like, hey, make sure you do this.
Yeah, that hurted. Not doing that again.
Yeah, you find out a lot of stupid shit on the ship, what not to do.
I believe it. Do you have any advice for people who have never been on a ship and are soon to be going on a ship?
Soon, oh man, it's been a while, but I mean, stay clean, please, for the love of God, please stay clean. That's
Clean as in
like hygiene wise.
good. Okay.
Wash your ass, change your sheets, and really push for the qualifications, because the more qualifications you get, you'll have more responsibilities, but you'll have a lot more room to breathe. You won't have to run around and get this qualification, because most ships make you get a lot of qualifications within a short period of time. So just go in there confident, knock it out, get your quals, and enjoy it. It's a beautiful time out there sometimes.
It's kind of the easiest way to do it. If someone tells you to do something, there's usually a reason why they tell you to do it. And then you find out later on, you're like, oh, I picked up rank because I got this stupid fucking pin chief kept telling me to get. Well, yeah, dumbass. That's kind of how that works.
Exactly, man.
Yep. Is that your only ship you've ever been on, or have you been on another ship? Okay.
Yeah, so that was the only one. It was I almost got put on another one, but thankfully I dodged that bullet.
He said thankfully. Yeah. So you finally get off that ship when?
I got out so I got off the ship in May of 2016. So I was there for a little over 3 years. Yeah, they were leaving for deployment and I was getting out of the Navy. So they sent me to work with the tech reps over at the gun shop. So I was helping them out with fixing other ships. I have a cat. I'm sorry.
It's all good. We approve of fur animals over here.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're like,
fur babies never hurt nobody.
Honestly. So yeah, I got off the ship and then I worked at the gun shop helping them fix other ships, and then by August of 2016 I was out.
Damn, so you got out of the Navy and what rank were you at that point?
I was a second class, an E5.
Oh, so okay. So you made it through your first enlistment, got out of the Navy, E5. Then what happens to Evan?
Then I moved to South Carolina. I was like, do I want to stay in Norfolk? No, not really. Didn't want to go back up to Schenectady because that is just not safe space.
Yeah. I mean, you joined the military kind of to get away from there, and maybe some other like internal reasons, but mainly because you were like trying to start over. Like, I want to go experience some new shit.
And yeah, that's exactly what it was, man. So again, that's the same reason why I moved to South Carolina. I was like, it's a new area. I get to start over fresh. Be who I want to be, and yeah, whatever. So I moved down
Yeah.
here. I moved down here, and it was cool. Um, I got humbled a lot, a lot.
Okay.
I was definitely one of those vets that got out, and at that point, I was like, oh, I was a fucking veteran. I was an E5, blah 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 blah. And looking back now, I'm like, that guy was a shithead. But
Don't be that guy.
yeah, no, no, do not be that guy, please.
No,
You will get humbled very quickly, and that happened a couple times.
it's okay.
But yeah, and then after, I mean, I was out for 2 years, 2 years, because then I re-enlisted in. Oh, so I was only out for like a year and a half. I re-enlisted in December of 2017 in the reserves.
So you go from high school to active duty to uh,
A
John
little
Wick
bit of
himself, and then you get humbled and join the reserves.
yeah,
And then how long
yep.
were you in the reserves before you went back to active duty?
Ooh, that was about 5 months.
Oh, so that was a quick turnaround. Was
Yeah,
that your
yeah.
intention at first? You were like, I want to be active, and they were like, slowly roll, cupcake. There's some steps you got to take.
That was the easiest one because I was like, hey, I want to go
Okay,
back active, and they're like, it doesn't, you can't really do that. They're like, your best option is go in reserves, and then do some time in the reserves, wait for a spot to open up, and then go back active. And I was like, okay.
easy.
So,
That
yeah,
works. Okay. So it is possible that someone finishes their contract honorably, spends some time in the civilian world, and is like, you can go
hmm
back in if you really wanted to. Okay. That's good. That's good. And you got to keep your rank and everything. Everything was the same.
yeah. I mean, my rank was the same. My rate changed. Initially, when I got into the reserves, so while I was in the reserves, I was in Master of Arms.
Oof.
Um, yeah,
You're a
yeah.
gatekeeper.
Yeah, yeah, I wasn't too proud of that.
That's okay. A job's a job, as long as it puts food on the table, it is
Hey,
what it is.
yeah, man. But when I re-enlisted active duty, I was able to cross rate back to GM. So,
Okay.
you know,
And then you cross rate. So like, what's your process from that? You're up for orders, obviously, right? Do you get
yep.
to take looks at orders, or because of your situation, your need to the Navy?
A little bit of both.
Oh, okay. So they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
absolutely, take control. That's good.
No, yeah, that was awesome. Because I know some people that have gotten pretty fucked on that, and
Mm.
they ended up somewhere where they didn't want to go, and they ended up getting back out after their enlistment was up. They're like,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah. Well, you know what?
But so yeah, so I got all re-enlisted and everything, and I was up for orders, and it was a very small list. They tried to pick a little from each, and was like, hey, like these are needs of the Navy, but you can choose, and it was either going to a cruiser on either coast or going to the Seabees, and I was like, I know somebody that's a CB, so they say it's pretty chill for a GM. I'm looking for a pretty chill,
Yeah,
slot.
yeah.
So I picked old NMCB 5.
Damn. So did you
Yeah,
know, like, obviously you knew of a CB, but did you know of the CBs prior to you selecting that?
yeah. I knew that they existed. I knew that they did building stuff.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't.
I
I
hear that all day long. All people are like, yeah, yeah. Nah, what's that?
yeah.
We're in the Navy, but we don't go on boats. And they're like, huh? I'm like, yeah, dude, it's fucking great. We build
Hydrophobic
shit and we
acid.
blow shit up sometimes.
That's true.
Thanks to the GMs, we get to blow shit up.
I've seen it.
Yeah. All right. So you pick NMCB 5, and they're stationed out of California. You get there.
Yep.
Is it everything you dreamed of? Are you big Cali living?
Ah, dude. So I had to do a cross country drive from Charleston to San Diego.
Oof.
Um, that was wild. But when I got there, man, it was San Diego was San Diego. It's beautiful and amazing.
Yeah.
I had a great time because I was down there for crew serve weapons instructor school.
Okay.
So I was down there for that, knocked that out, and then I went up to battalion. And I love the Oxnard area. Little ghetto at places, but I
Yeah.
mean,
But they have the best tacos.
that dude, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. If
I'm
my
telling
if
you,
my
dude.
Chinese food on the East Coast or my Mexican food on the West Coast doesn't get served to me through one of those glass windows that when they put the food in, they spin it around, I don't fucking want it because that means it's trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
bro. Yeah,
yeah,
I
no, that
want to
was
see
some
the
of the
grease on
best.
the floor. I want to,
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, other than the Mexican food, that's where I met my wife now. So I can't complain about Oxnard. I think it's great.
I was in Oxnard when I met my wife. You know,
Whoa, twinning!
yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good, man. So you're an NMCB 5. Are you in a home port for a while, or do same thing? Send you right on deployment.
I was in Homeport for a little bit. I got there in November. I picked up first class like a couple weeks after I got there.
Damn, you were like
Um,
eligible for the test already.
so that is like a glitch in the matrix. So I got out, and my inactive ready reserve time counts as time and rate.
Oh, nice.
And because I did that, my inactive ready reserve was still active when I re-enlisted.
Yeah.
So it just transferred over, and I was actually able to test for first class before I left Charleston.
Damn, but you picked up that quick. That test must have been pretty cake, huh?
Oh no, not at all, bro. Not at all.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah,
I
it was
believe it.
first
There's so
time
many
picking.
components to the weapons that we have, and I'm like, yeah, dude, GM1 is broken.
Dude, there's so many subcategories to what we do. Like,
I believe
I've
it.
never been on a LPD. Why do I need to know what their guns do? I don't. They're different guns.
Yeah. Well, how do you think I feel? They send a CB to Navy boot camp, and they're like, "Go on this boat and tie down this rope," and I'm like, "Why? Why? I don't plan on ever doing this in my life."
This doesn't pertain to me. This
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah. They're
pertain to
like,
me.
what is this? And I'm like, oh, that's the Disney cruise ship, right? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, well, I tried my best. I didn't prepare myself. That's
Yeah,
dope.
but yeah, NMCB 5 is dope.
Yeah.
We got to go through a couple cool trainings. What fire team leader? That was one, right? Fire team leader.
Yep. Yeah. There's
Um,
that one. There's like a squad
squad leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get shittier as you advance, but they're fun. It's the most fun I never want to have ever again.
Yeah,
Doing any one of those.
yeah. That's why I'm glad I only had to do it a couple times, man. Going
But
up there and
when you're the instructor, it's great. That's actually how I met you.
yeah,
I was in fire team leader, and you were in the back of Connex box handing out rifles, and I walked up. I don't know, in my dumb accent and my young self was like, "Hey, I don't know." I said something, and it was just like love at first
dude,
gun sight.
it was
Yeah.
honestly. I heard it. I
It
was
was
like, dude,
chill.
that guy's from New York.
Yeah.
He's good people.
Yeah, thank God,
Yeah.
yeah. And I just like to keep that good spirit, good mentality, everywhere,
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm a firm believer in, 7 hugs a day, keeps you mentally happy, and just laughing, laughing makes you live longer. So if I can, produce that, I'm going to send it.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
7 hugs a day. I've never heard that.
Yeah. Actually, one of my buddies told me that, one of my old roommates. He was like,
No shit.
you need 7 hugs a day. And I was like, don't you fucking touch me. But why? He was just like something along the lines of, it's good for your mental health. And I was like, oh, okay. So now I give my wife 8 hugs a day just so I know she's okay if I miss one a couple of times,
Yeah, put this in the bank. We'll save this for later.
Yeah, exactly. The other day I gave you 10, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'll give you a quick high school half hug real quick.
Yeah. So, do you have any core memories from your time at NMCB5?
Core memories? Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh man.
Besides meeting me, of course.
Obviously. I remember Stelzer. I don't know if you remember him, the other GM1. He
Okay.
yeah, he got mad at me, and it was funny. The whole situation was just fucking hilarious, dude. He deleted me off everything. It was
Oh,
crazy. I'll always remember that. Like,
yeah.
we worked
Okay.
together, and he was like, "Nah."
He deleted you.
Yeah, dude. Um,
Wow.
shit, Japan. I mean, Japan was a good time.
Japan's a fun place.
It was, and when
Okay.
you showed up, that was,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That
By the way,
I'm
he's the reason I'm bald.
Oh
He
shit.
shaved my head the
Well,
first time.
not my fault, but my first deployment there with you was an armory project. They were like, "You're gonna install these lights," and I was like, "All right." And that project took a lot longer than expected because little did I know you had air condition and a
Okay.
75-inch TV with the Yankees playing. Why would I go work if I could just go watch the Yankees in some air conditioning? 105 degrees and humid as balls outside, or the Yankees. I'll take the Yankees. But yeah, no, that was a fun project because it was like we got to get in the armory. Like, oh, no one can get me in here. And we ran some lights. Got to go in a bucket truck and throw rocks at people that weren't looking. It was fun. It was fun. It's
Yeah.
all about the crew you have and what you make of it. That's
And
probably one of the best things to go about your military careers.
yeah, it's definitely about who you surround yourself with and just keeping a positive attitude, honestly. It doesn't have to be a great attitude, just keep it positive,
Yeah.
man, because there's like I remember when COVID happened out in Japan and everyone was like getting
Oof.
super negative and we were already beaten down, you know, earlier that year. And it was just, you know, it was just rough. So, you got to look out for people and surround yourself with positive vibes, man, and just keep each other afloat.
Yeah, that's literally and that's so well said because COVID was absolutely miserable. Not even
Yeah.
for us, for everybody. I'm sure they went through it, but
Oh
thank
yeah.
God that shit's over.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And knock
Cheers to
on
that.
wood. Yeah, cheers to that. Exactly. All right. So when you finally get out of this is your last contract, right? NMCB5. That's your last duty station,
Yep.
and
Well,
then
yeah. I go
okay.
to group for like six. I went to that group for like 6 months.
Oh, was that like your transition period to getting out, or did you go there
Yeah.
and you're like, you know what, my contract's done, I'm done, see you later?
So actually, I got medically retired.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah. So as I injured myself right before Japan, and then while I was in Japan, I started the med board process, and yeah, by the time it was like 6 months after we got back, I was already getting transferred to group because they already knew I was pretty much getting out.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was just at group working at the range for the last 6 months, and then I left, and that was the end of the CBs for old GM1 Bugie. Retired.
So when you're, they give you your day and you're like, all right, this is the day you're done. What goes through your mind? Because I still haven't gotten there yet. Maybe some other
Uh
people listening haven't gotten there yet. What goes through your mind? Not only the first time, but now the second time you're getting out of the Navy.
yeah, so the first time it affected me differently. Um I didn't have the structure, so I thought I was able to just do whatever I wanted, and that lack of structure wasn't going to affect me, but it affected me quite poorly. So that's what led into me coming back, and then getting out this time. I already knew the do's and don'ts of trying to be successful
Okay.
after, because it is hard, man. It is. The VA tries, but they only do so much as far as informing. The Navy only does so much as informing of opportunities and things that you're able to access um, as you're processing out of the military. Um, so it was nice to have that extra little bit of knowledge from the first time, but after the second time, it was still rough. It was still rough because I missed the people. I made some bonds with some good people out there, and it was rough, but
Yeah, I get it. I know everyone. I mean, it's like a happy medium, like
yeah,
the Navy was probably the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I'll never be grateful enough. The experiences, the financial freedom, the people I've met. It's been awesome, but you also just at some point you're just like, I'm done. That's it. Like I
yeah,
want out. But when you finally get to that point where it's like, hey, you're gonna get out, you're like, oh fuck,
yep,
what do I do now? Like that's it. I can grow facial hair. I can.
yeah.
I don't have to make my bed today. Like you know what I mean? Like I get to pick whatever I want to wear. Like this is weird.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, and it's relieving, but it's also like nerve wracking because you're like, oh shit, am I doing something wrong? And you're like, oh
Yeah,
wait, I don't actually have to worry about that anymore.
yeah. But you're on
Oh,
you're on big boy rules now. So
yeah, you're on big boy rules now. You don't have the the military to fall back on. But like,
yeah, kind of give you a
but
slap on the wrist. So what
yeah.
do you do whenever you get out? Did you take some time off? Did you obviously you were going through some injuries and whatnot. You're in school now, so I mean, you took a little break. But what did you do as soon as you got out?
So actually, while I was processing out, and I went through TAPS class and all that, I got in contact with a like a headhunting company that specializes in veterans and getting them placed in jobs that they'll succeed at.
Oh,
Um, yeah, they're called Bradley Morris.
Bradley Morris.
That's
Okay, good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So Google them. But yeah, I reached out. They were able to take me on as a client, and within a week, I think I had a call from the headhunter, and he was like, "Hey, we got this job. It's putting security cameras on school buses to prevent people running them and running the stop signs on the buses." And I was like, "That sounds pretty cool." And he was like, "It's good pay and great benefits, just a little bit of travel." So he hooked it up, and I got an interview. So I mean, I went straight from the Navy right into having a job, or at least getting it started to have a job.
That's good. That's definitely a good resource because you got, from what you say, really good pay from it and really good
Yeah,
benefits. And at this time, you're with your wife now, correct?
yeah, yep. And you know, I want to say 4 months before I even got out, we introduced our daughter into the world, who is
Oh,
my life. She's changed me. She changed me. I may look like a rugged man, but
yeah,
I'm a fucking teddy bear now.
yeah. No, hey, that's how I remember you. So I don't think you've ever changed, and you won't ever change.
I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
congratulations. So your daughter's how old now?
She's two. She's
Oh,
two.
is she a
Yeah,
little
man.
demon? Is she paying you back?
She is. She is. But
Yeah.
she's also like crazy smart, man.
Oh
Crazy.
yeah,
I never. Yeah, man. Today she just fed the dogs by herself. I didn't even. I like. Usually she helps us, right?
yeah.
Because
You
there's so
wanna
many
you
people
wanna
helping.
impress me, Joey? Go pay the electric bill. Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
She Venmos me right now. I'm like, how'd you even get a Venmo?
Yeah, yeah. What do you mean you're going to work? You're two.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Uh,
That's great. So, are you still currently doing the headhunter's job?
no, no, no. So that place was called Bus Patrol. They had
Okay.
the idea of the company and what they did was dope, but ultimately management kind of just tired everybody out. We were out for 3 weeks a month, every month. So we'd only get
Okay.
a week home. And at this time, we just moved to Texas, right before I started this job. And, I was away and Joey was just, a newborn and, I was just away too much, man. So I was only there for about, I want to say 7 months, 8 months.
And then you were like, "All right, that's it. This is
Yeah.
done." But now
Yeah. After,
you're now you're home. You're going to school for
Yep.
cybersecurity, so that's dope. At least that's something that's always been in your interest, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man. Yeah, I've always loved computers and
it's a
people
good gig.
hacking shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, hopefully one day we hang out and you can like hack a vending machine for me because I'm
Hey.
tired of spending five. The best ones to hack would be like the ones at Disney, where
Oh
it's
yeah.
like $12 for a bottle of water. Dude, we could have our own business. That'd be great. I'll be standing on the side of the vending machine, be like, "Listen, you can swipe your debit card, or you can just give me $3."
Yeah, right.
What do you want to do?
They're like, where's it come from? Like the same machine.
Yeah. This guy.
This guy. Yeah, man. Disneyland is expensive.
Yeah. Well, now you got a 2-year-old, so.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We went there last year.
Oh, you've been. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You popped your father Disneyland cherry?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
How was that experience for you? Was it worse, equal, or better than your military career? So let's take how long you been in the military?
About 9 years.
All right, 9 years, and let's just take 6 hours of Disney. What was worse?
Oof. Physically or mentally? Dude, my feet were hurting. I was hot. It was.
Yeah. Usually it's the kid complaining, but your wife had to deal with you complaining.
Pretty much, dude.
That's funny, man. Well, that's good, but now you got to make it like a thing. I bet she enjoyed herself for like what she could.
Yeah. She got to meet a lot of the princesses and stuff, so that was cool. But we're getting to go to Disney World this year.
Oh,
so yeah,
stepping it up.
Yeah, man.
Stepping it up. You know what they say? East Coast, the best coast, baby.
That's facts, bro. That's facts.
That's funny. When I was younger, we would go to Disney World because I'm from New York, so going to Florida was a lot easier than going to Cali. But I remember one year, and this has no comparison or relation to why I joined the military. But I love Toy Story. Toy Story is like my, I even got Toy Story tattooed on me. I got one of the little aliens, dude, holding like a Pizza Planet box with like the claw coming down. I love Toy Story. Long story short, right? So I'm standing there and I'm like, maybe 6, 5 years old, and the parade's going on, and it was the Toy Story crew coming down, and I fucking went pants off, dance off, lost my mind. And the little army guys walk up to me and they're like, "Do you want to be in our army?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then they took me and they like put this like green costume on me and handed me like a green plastic, like mock weapon. And I got to march in the parade. And ever since then, I was like, I fucking made it. I am the coolest goddamn 5-year-old in the world.
You imagine if a real army recruiter would have just like hopped out and was like, "All right, here you go."
Well, yeah. Well, after the parade, I took the costume off, and then the guy was like signed this piece of paper, and he was like, "Congratulations, you leave for boot camp in a week." I'm like, what? I got nap time in like 20 minutes, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up, sir.
Not the nap time.
Yeah, but see, like Disneyland when you're 5 is amazing, but when you're 35, it's awful. You want to know how you save $900? Just don't go to fucking Disneyland.
That's true. That's true, though.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. Expensive. So Texas is treating you good right now?
Oh, I'm not in Texas anymore. Nope, I moved again.
Dude, you love just traveling.
Yeah. Hey, well, we moved all the way to the East Coast, so we're in South Carolina again.
Do I hear a re-enlistment in the future? They say history tends to repeat itself, but true. Not this time.
No. I got my retirement now, so I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, you dealt with enough, and you got hurt, so you're done. you're done. Yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah. Well, that's dope, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad for you. I do have to ask though, out of your entire military career, is there anything that you've done that you were just like, wow, I am so fucking glad I joined. Like, this is amazing.
Oh man. I want to, like, honestly, anytime we went to the range or we did live fire shoots on the ship, like that video I showed you.
Yeah, that is.
That, that was
Ugh.
my bitch. That was my whew, 25 millimeter. That's the that was the gun. That and the
That
5 inch
was
when
your bread
that
and butter.
shot. Yeah,
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
making things go boom. That was the best part.
Making things go boom. I love it. Now, did you get to like put shit in the water, like, and then shoot at it and watch it blow up, or was it just shoot
Yeah,
at the water? Oh
yeah.
yeah.
We had depended on the training exercise that we were doing. A lot of the times we would use these things called killer tomatoes, which are just giant inflatable balls, and when you throw it out, it's got a little radar repeater in it, so we could pick it up. And usually we shoot the 5 inch and then everything else at it, and just destroy it.
Just get some anger out.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's nice.
Now
It's fun sometimes.
you're the gunner's mate, right? You're the GM. Are you the only one who gets to shoot it?
No, so it depends. It depends on
Oh,
what gun we're talking about, right? So if they were shooting a 50 cal at it, like anybody that was up there, honestly, they could have shot it. But like the 25, yeah, I was the only one. I was the only one
yeah,
behind that.
that's a big boy. No one gets to touch that
Yeah,
without a
no,
qual
no,
or permission slip something.
yeah, yeah. I need it signed by your parent.
And good luck because Facebook is down. So there's
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So would you have any advice for someone who is thinking about joining the military?
If you're thinking about it, like Vinny said, do your research, look into it, take a little bit of time. Really figure out what you want to do and what you want to get out of the military, because there are a lot of opportunities. You just have to look for them. Honestly, just do your research and be passionate about your job. I've known a lot of people that got the worst job, but they were passionate about it and they moved up to the ranks pretty quickly. And take pride in your work. Really.
Awesome. Awesome. What about for somebody who is since you're out already, right? And
Yeah.
you were injured, which caused you to medically retire. Is there somebody? Let's just say somebody is close to getting out. Are there any resources that you wish you would have used or that you did use that really benefited you that you can pass on and share to the next person?
Um. Shit. Honestly, look through the VA.gov and just start clicking on links. VA.gov, e-benefits, um, and just read through some of that stuff. If you go and contact any career counselor, a lot of them know some stuff, and then just call your local VA if you have any actual questions, and somebody there will be able to walk you through. Whether it's getting your disability percentage up, or getting your college started, or using the VRE program and going to a trade school. Um, you know, just reach out and someone
The,
will be able to help.
the VA is like the go-to for all that stuff then, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was
Yeah.
kind of curious too, like, I had no idea. I thought you just show up to a college, be like, dude, what? I'm a veteran.
Yeah.
Let me
So
in.
yeah, and it's confusing. It really is.
Yeah.
I know there's a bunch of Facebook groups out there, and also there's most colleges have like a VA center,
Hmm.
like strictly for veterans if they take the college from us. But you go there and they'll be able to walk you through applying to the college, getting your GI Bill set up, getting your special program set up. They'll be able to help you through all of that.
Dope, dope. Evan, I got one more thing to ask before I let you go. Is
What's
there
up?
anything that we did not talk about that you would like to talk about, or any questions, any experiences, any stories you want to share?
Honestly, no, but I do want to say one thing. So I don't
What's
know
up,
why I
man?
said no. Anybody that's out there, anybody that's out there that's struggling, right? Whether you're going through some stuff with your spouse, with work, whether you're in the military or not, the people that are around you love you, and reach out and talk to them. All right, and get them 7 hugs a day, get them 8 or 9, 10 hugs a day. All
Yeah,
right,
man.
and remember, there's someone rooting for you. All right,
Yeah.
well, someone will always listen.
Shit. That's why I'm here, man. I have so much interest in, other humans and their
Hmm.
stories, especially military related, because I know, the shit that a lot of us go through. And, sometimes people just want an outlet and they just want to talk to somebody.
Yep.
And I'm kind of doing this as one, a hobby, but actually, I take that back. Two, as a hobby, but one, and most importantly, because I just want to communicate with people and just be, open ears. There's a reason why God gave us 2 ears and one mouth, because sometimes you just got to shut the fuck up and listen.
Yep.
And I want to listen. So if you got a story, I'm all ears, man.
Hit them up.
Evan, thank you very much, brother, man. It's been
Of
an
course.
honor. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
All right, buddy. You have a good one.
Until next time, peeps. Have a good night, y'all. Views presented are those of the speaker, and the guest do not necessarily represent the views of the Department of Defense or its components. Neither the Department of Defense or its components bears any responsibility for the accuracy, legality, or content of the views discussed on this podcast.